It felt like someone was sitting on my chest. That's how 67-year-old Martha described the morning she thought would be her last. She had just climbed a single flight of stairs when her heart started pounding, her vision blurred, and a strange numbness crawled down her left arm. She sat on the edge of her bed, clutching her chest, trying to convince herself it was just a little fatigue. But deep down, she knew something was wrong. Just like an old water pipe clogged with years of debris, our arteries, those vital tubes that carry life to every cell, can get blocked, slowly and silently. And when they do, the first symptom might be your last. But what if I told you that Martha never ended up in the hospital? What if I told you she discovered a natural, homemade mix, something so simple, yet so powerful, that helped restore the flow in her arteries and brought her energy, clarity, and peace of mind back? Today I'm going to reveal that very mix. You'll learn the exact ingredients, how much to take, and why this combination is backed by both tradition and science. More importantly, I'll show you how you can start protecting your heart, starting this week, using what you likely already have in your kitchen. Before we begin, I'd love to know, how old are you, and where are you watching from? Drop it in the comments. It helps us bring you even more targeted life-saving tips. Everything looked normal, until it wasn't. That's how 72-year-old John, a retired mechanic from Ohio, described his last routine checkup before his life changed. He'd been feeling a little slower lately, a bit more winded than usual, but he shrugged it off. "I'm just getting older," he told himself. It wasn't until his daughter insisted on a visit to the doctor that they discovered the truth. John had severe arterial blockage in 3 major vessels, and he hadn't felt a thing. Blocked arteries, or atherosclerosis, are often called the silent killers. They develop gradually, quietly, and without pain. You might not feel anything until your heart is starved of oxygen or your brain is deprived of blood, and by then, it might be too late. But what exactly is happening inside your body? Imagine your arteries like flexible garden hoses. When you're young, they're smooth, elastic, and wide open. Blood flows freely, delivering oxygen and nutrients to your heart, brain, muscles, every part of your body. But over time, things begin to change. Tiny injuries inside the artery walls, caused by high blood pressure, smoking, inflammation, or poor diet, become the perfect trap for cholesterol and fat. Like rust building up inside a pipe, this debris hardens into plaques that narrow the arteries. And here's the scary part. This can begin as early as your 40s, but most people don't notice symptoms until their 60s or 70s. Symptoms of blocked arteries can vary, and they often mimic other issues. That's why many people, like John, overlook the signs. Fatigue after minor exertion, shortness of breath, chest discomfort or pressure, cold hands and feet, leg pain while walking, brain fog or memory lapses. In women over 60, the symptoms can be even more subtle: neck or jaw pain, nausea, or even emotional changes like anxiety or irritability. The truth is, your arteries don't have nerve endings. That means they can be 80% blocked, and you might still feel fine, until they rupture and cause a heart attack or stroke. Let's talk numbers. According to the CDC, heart disease is the leading cause of death for people over 65 in the United States. 1 in every 5 deaths. And nearly 18 million adults have some form of coronary artery disease, many without even knowing it. But here's the part that gives us hope. Arteries can be supported, protected, and in some cases, even cleared, using natural tools. Studies show that dietary changes, combined with certain nutrients and anti-inflammatory compounds, can help stabilize or even reduce arterial plaque. And some ancient combinations, like the one Martha used, are now getting the attention of researchers for their surprisingly powerful effects. In the chapters ahead, we're going to break down each of the ingredients in Martha's mix. We'll explore how they work, not just on paper, but in real people's lives. People like John, who turned his diagnosis into a second chance. After adjusting his lifestyle and incorporating this mix, John's energy returned. His next scan? Improved blood flow. His words, I felt 10 years younger. So before you dismiss that shortness of breath, that unusual fatigue, that off feeling you can't quite explain, remember, your body whispers before it screams. And now is the perfect time to listen. Let's move on to the first key ingredient, something you probably have in your pantry right now, and one of the most powerful heart protectors in the world. If your arteries are the body's plumbing, then extra virgin olive oil is the gentle, natural cleanser that helps keep the pipes clear. Martha didn't know much about cholesterol or inflammation. She just knew that every morning, after taking a spoonful of that golden oil mixed with lemon and honey, she felt a little lighter, a little more alive. Later, when her doctor looked at her improved blood work, even he was surprised. Let's break down why extra virgin olive oil is so powerful, especially for those of us over 60. A gift from the Mediterranean people in countries like Greece and Italy have some of the lowest rates of heart disease in the world. One big reason? Olive oil. But not just any olive oil. Extra virgin, cold-pressed, unrefined. This oil is rich in monounsaturated fats, especially oleic acid, which helps lower bad cholesterol, LDL, while increasing the good kind, HDL. It's also packed with polyphenols, natural plant compounds that fight inflammation and oxidative stress. As we age, inflammation becomes a constant threat to our arteries. It's like a fire smoldering quietly, damaging the inner lining of our blood vessels. That's where olive oil comes in, to cool the flame. Science-backed benefits. A 2014 study published in the journal Atherosclerosis found that people who consumed 2 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil daily had significantly improved endothelial function. That's the ability of arteries to relax and dilate properly. Another study from the University of Navarra in Spain followed 7,000 people over 55 for nearly 5 years. Those who consumed the most olive oil had a 30% lower risk of heart events like heart attacks and strokes. Olive oil also helps reduce C-reactive protein, CRP, a key marker of inflammation linked to heart disease. But isn't it fat? Yes, olive oil is a fat, but it's the right kind of fat. And the truth is, your heart needs healthy fats to function, especially as you age. Hormones, brain function, and cellular repair all rely on fats like those found in olive oil. The key is moderation and quality. 1 to 2 tablespoons a day is enough. How to use it? Martha used it in a simple morning mix. 1 tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil, 1 teaspoon of fresh lemon juice, a small spoonful of raw honey. She took it first thing in the morning on an empty stomach. After a few weeks, her digestion improved, her energy increased, and her blood pressure began to stabilize. You can also drizzle olive oil on cooked vegetables, mix it into homemade dressings, or use it to sauté garlic for a heart-friendly flavor boost. Watch out for fake oils. Here's an important warning. Not all olive oil is created equal. Some brands mix olive oil with cheaper, refined oils and still label it extra virgin. That's why you should look for cold-pressed dark glass bottles, harvest or expiration date certifications like COOC, California Olive Oil Council. Robert, 74, had been on cholesterol meds for years. His hands shook, he felt dizzy often, and his energy was low. After reading about olive oil, he began taking it every morning, just like Martha. Within months, his doctor lowered his statin dose. His cholesterol levels had improved naturally, and the tremors faded. He now calls olive oil his morning medicine. Simple, natural, accessible. That's the magic of extra virgin olive oil. And when it joins forces with our next ingredient, something citrusy and sharp, the results can be even more powerful. Let's talk about that next. Think of lemon juice as the abrasive scrub your arteries didn't know they needed. Its tart, tangy flavor wakes up your senses, and inside your body, it does something even more powerful. It helps break down fats, flush toxins, and protect your blood vessels from oxidative damage. Martha added fresh lemon juice to her morning mix not just for taste, but because her grandmother once told her, lemon cleans from the inside out. Turns out, Grandma was right. Let's see why lemon juice plays such a vital role in heart and artery health, especially as we age. Packed with vitamin C and antioxidants. One medium lemon contains over 30 milliliters of vitamin C, about half your daily needs. But that's just the beginning. Lemon juice is rich in citrus flavonoids, particularly hesperidin and diosmin, which have been studied for their ability to improve blood vessel flexibility, reduce blood pressure, lower LDL cholesterol, support liver detox. Vitamin C is also critical in collagen production, which helps keep arteries elastic and resilient, something that becomes even more important after age 60. Fights inflammation and oxidation. The biggest enemies of your arteries are inflammation and oxidative stress, invisible processes that damage artery walls, making it easier for cholesterol to stick and form plaques. Lemon juice's antioxidants help neutralize free radicals, reduce inflammation markers like CRP, and protect the endothelial lining of your arteries. In one study, participants who consumed lemon juice daily for 8 weeks showed improvements in blood pressure and a reduction in arterial stiffness. Your liver plays a major role in filtering toxins, regulating cholesterol, and managing fat in the bloodstream. And lemon juice is one of the simplest natural aids to support liver function. Drinking lemon water first thing in the morning, before any food, can help stimulate bile production and jumpstart digestion, setting the tone for healthier metabolism all day. Martha's mix, taken before breakfast, allowed her body to absorb the full detoxifying benefits. How to use lemon juice for artery health. Always use freshly squeezed lemon juice, not bottled. The enzymes and antioxidants degrade quickly in prepackaged products. Add 1 teaspoon to 1 tablespoon to your morning routine, in water or mixed with olive oil and honey. You can also add it to teas, salads, or drizzle over steamed greens for a flavor and health boost. Older adults are more prone to kidney stones due to lower hydration and changes in calcium metabolism. Lemon juice, high in citrate, helps prevent the formation of certain types of stones. It also helps with bloating, gas, and constipation, common complaints in people over 60. Linda, 68, was on 3 medications for her blood pressure. She constantly felt tired and bloated. Her neighbor recommended lemon water every morning. Skeptical but desperate, she gave it a shot. Simple, sharp, and healing. Lemon juice is far more than a garnish or salad dressing. It's a quiet warrior inside your arteries, scrubbing away the damage and restoring flow. After 3 weeks, her bloating eased. After 2 months, her blood pressure readings began to drop. Today she calls it her morning miracle. Her doctor? Still a little baffled. It's sweet, golden, and often overlooked. But raw honey is more than just a tasty treat. It's a healing gift from nature that may help keep your arteries young, even as you age. Martha's mother always gave her a spoonful of honey when she had a sore throat. But after reading about its effects on cholesterol and inflammation, Martha added it to her morning heart mix. It made the mixture go down smoother, and possibly it helped her heart stay stronger. So how can something so sweet actually be good for your arteries? Let's explore the science and the stories. Nature's anti-inflammatory syrup raw honey, unprocessed and unfiltered, is rich in antioxidants, especially phenolic acids and flavonoids like quercetin, which have been linked to heart protection. These compounds help reduce oxidative stress, lower blood pressure, decrease LDL, bad, cholesterol boost HDL, good, cholesterol prevent blood clots. Honey also contains trace amounts of minerals like potassium, magnesium, and calcium, all important for cardiovascular health. Not all sugar is created equal, yes. Honey contains natural sugars, primarily glucose and fructose. But unlike refined white sugar, raw honey has a low glycemic index and is metabolized more slowly, especially when combined with fats, like olive oil, and acids, like lemon juice. That means it won't spike your blood sugar the same way processed sugars do. In one study, people who consumed honey daily for 8 weeks showed lower LDL cholesterol and triglycerides, along with a slight increase in HDL levels. Soothes more than just sore throats. Honey has natural antibacterial and antifungal properties, and it supports gut health, which plays a bigger role in heart health than most people realize. A healthy gut microbiome can reduce systemic inflammation, improve nutrient absorption, and even help regulate cholesterol. Martha noticed that within days of using raw honey in her mix, Her digestion improved, and she no longer craved sugary snacks mid-morning. How to use it safely. Always choose raw, unfiltered honey, ideally from local or organic sources. Avoid commercial brands that are pasteurized or blended with corn syrup. Use 1 teaspoon per day in your morning heart mix. That's enough to reap benefits without overdoing the sugar. Never heat honey above 104°C, 40°C, as it can destroy enzymes and reduce benefits. Special warning. Although honey is natural, it's still a form of sugar. Diabetics or pre-diabetics should consult a doctor before adding it daily, especially if taking medications that affect blood sugar. Walter, 70, used to start his mornings with coffee and donuts. After his second scare with angina, he switched to Martha's mix again and noticed something unusual. His sugar cravings disappeared. He said, "That little teaspoon of honey made me feel satisfied. I didn't reach for pastries anymore." His doctor noted steady improvement in his triglycerides and gut function. So yes, something sweet can be healing, when it's real, raw, and used with purpose. Combined with lemon and olive oil, honey becomes more than a flavor enhancer. It becomes a protector. And speaking of protection, our next ingredient has been used for thousands of years to boost circulation, thin the blood naturally, and fight infection. Let's talk about raw garlic. It doesn't smell great. It's not glamorous. But when it comes to your arteries, garlic is one of nature's most powerful protectors. Thousands of years ago, ancient Egyptians fed garlic to their laborers to boost strength and endurance. Today, science confirms what traditional medicine already knew. Garlic supports circulation, lowers blood pressure, and helps reduce the buildup of plaque in your arteries. Martha had never liked garlic, but after her daughter sent her a study about its cardiovascular benefits, she gave it a try and never looked back. Let's explore why raw garlic, especially when crushed, deserves a place in your daily heart health routine. When you crush or chop raw garlic, it releases a powerful sulfur compound called allicin. This is where the magic happens. Allicin has been shown to relax blood vessels, improve blood flow, reduce blood pressure, decrease total and LDL cholesterol, inhibit the oxidation of LDL, a key factor in plaque formation. One meta-analysis of 26 clinical trials found that garlic supplementation significantly lowered both systolic and diastolic blood pressure, with effects comparable to some medications, but without the side effects. Garlic also acts as a mild natural blood thinner, helping prevent clots that can lead to heart attacks and strokes, especially important for older adults. Its sulfur compounds support liver detoxification, helping the body break down excess fats and toxins that can harm your arteries over time. As we age, our arteries lose flexibility. Garlic helps counteract this by improving endothelial function, the ability of blood vessels to dilate properly. In older adults, even modest garlic intake has been shown to improve circulation to the brain and extremities, reducing cold hands and feet, dizziness, and fatigue. How to use garlic without overpowering your day. Crush 1 small clove of garlic and let it sit for 5 to 10 minutes before consuming. This maximizes allicin production. Mix it into your olive oil plus lemon plus honey blend. The honey helps mask the flavor. Alternatively, mix with a spoon of yogurt or avocado for a smoother taste. Avoid cooking it. Heat destroys allicin. If you must cook it, add it at the very end of the dish. Watch out. Garlic interactions. Garlic may interact with blood thinners like warfarin and blood pressure meds. Always check with your doctor if you're on medication, especially if you plan to consume garlic daily. Estelle, 76, used to struggle with cold feet and nightly leg cramps. After a friend recommended crushed garlic, she hesitantly tried a half clove each morning, hidden in her oatmeal. It worked. 3 weeks later, her cramps were gone. Her energy returned. Her words, "It's stinky, but it saved my legs." Garlic may not win popularity contests, but in the battle for your arteries, it's a frontline warrior. Now that we've explored each star ingredient, it's time to combine them in the exact mix Martha swears by, and see how to use it properly, safely, and effectively. We've talked about each ingredient. We've seen their individual power, Now it's time to bring them together. In the exact formula Martha used to support her arteries, improve her energy, and regain her confidence. This mix is more than a recipe. It's a daily ritual, and it might just become your new favorite habit. Let's walk step by step through the preparation, use, and benefits of what we call the Heart Flow Mix. Ingredients for 1 daily dose: 1 tablespoon extra virgin olive oil, 1 teaspoon freshly squeezed lemon juice, 1 teaspoon raw, unfiltered honey, 1 small clove of garlic, crushed and rested for 10 minutes. Mix all ingredients in a small bowl or spoon and consume first thing in the morning on an empty stomach. You can chase it with a small glass of warm water, or mix the blend directly into the water if the taste is too strong. Why it works. The olive oil lubricates and nourishes your arteries with healthy fats. The lemon juice scrubs and detoxifies with antioxidants and vitamin C. The honey soothes inflammation and adds gut-supporting nutrients. The garlic opens blood vessels, improves flow, and reduces cholesterol. Together, they form a powerful synergy that supports healthy blood pressure, improves circulation, reduces arterial stiffness, enhances digestion and liver function, boosts morning energy and focus. What to expect. Week 1, improved digestion, less bloating, slight energy boost. Week 2 to 3, reduced cravings, more stable energy. Week 4 plus, improved blood pressure and cholesterol readings, as reported by users. Long term, greater artery flexibility, improved memory, fewer cold hands, feet. Martha said she felt a shift in just 10 days. It was like my body finally woke up, she shared. Tips for best results: use organic ingredients when possible. Crush the garlic fresh daily. Don't pre-prepare it. Take it at least 20-30 minutes before breakfast. Stay consistent. It's not a miracle pill. It's a habit. Storage tip, optional. If making a 3-day batch, multiply the ingredients and store in a dark glass jar in the fridge. Shake before each use. Add fresh garlic right before consuming for maximum benefit. Common questions. Can I skip the garlic? If it's unbearable, yes, but you'll lose some of the strongest benefits. Is this safe with medication? Always check with your doctor, especially if you take blood pressure meds, blood thinners, or diabetes medications. Can I take it at night? Morning is best for absorption and detox, but night is better than not at all. This is not just about arteries. It's about reclaiming your mornings, your strength, and your independence. Just 1 spoon, 1 minute a day, and maybe 1 less prescription in the future. Let's now add a few final habits that take this even further. In the next chapter, the 3 daily pillars that multiply your results. You've got the mix. You know the ingredients. But true, lasting change, especially after 60, comes from building a lifestyle that supports your heart from every angle. The Heart Flow Mix is powerful, but when paired with a few simple daily habits, its effects can multiply. These are the 3 complementary pillars Martha added to her routine. Together they became the foundation of her renewed vitality. Let's explore them one by one. 1. Movement that moves your blood. You don't need to run marathons, but your blood and your arteries thrive on movement. When you walk, stretch, or even just sway your arms, you stimulate circulation, improve oxygen delivery, and help prevent blood from pooling and clotting. Martha started with 10 minutes of slow walking every morning, around the house, down the street. No pressure, just rhythm. Why it works. Physical activity improves endothelial function, helping arteries stay flexible. It boosts nitric oxide production, which dilates blood vessels. It helps lower blood pressure and regulate blood sugar. Practical tip. Start with 10 minutes. Add 5 minutes each week until you reach 30 minutes a day. Even light stretching or gardening counts. 2. Proper hydration with purpose. Most people over 60 don't drink enough water, and dehydration thickens the blood, stresses the heart, and slows detox. But it's not just about drinking water. It's about drinking it the right way. Martha drank a warm glass of water with lemon every morning, separate from her heart mix. This simple step boosted her digestion and set a gentle rhythm for her metabolism. Why it works. Warm water supports lymphatic drainage and detox. Lemon boosts liver function and bile production. Proper hydration improves nutrient delivery to your cells. Practical tip: drink a glass of warm water with lemon 20 minutes after your heart flow mix. Avoid cold water early in the day. It can shock the system. 3. Deep rest. Deep healing. Your arteries heal when you sleep. Nighttime is when your body repairs damage, clears toxins, and lowers inflammation. But many people over 60 struggle with sleep, frequent waking, trouble falling asleep, restless legs, and poor sleep can raise blood pressure, disrupt hormones, and increase cravings. Why it works. Deep sleep reduces cortisol and inflammatory cytokines. It helps regulate cholesterol metabolism and blood sugar. It supports memory, balance, and emotional stability. Practical tip: keep lights dim at night, especially 2 hours before bed. Avoid sugar and screens after 8 p.m. Try calming herbal teas like chamomile or lemon balm. Go to bed and wake up at the same time daily. Martha followed these 3 pillars with consistency, not perfection. And that's the key. It's not about doing everything right. It's about doing what you can every day with heart. These pillars, movement, hydration, rest, aren't new. But when used with intention, they become your greatest allies in the fight against blocked arteries. So here we are. You've learned about blocked arteries, the silent threat that sneaks up on us as we age. You've met Martha, John, Linda, Walter, and Estelle, real people with real fears, who found real hope through simple, natural choices. And now, you have that same choice. A spoonful of olive oil, a squeeze of lemon, a touch of raw honey, a clove of garlic. Together, they form the Heart Flow Mix, your daily act of love toward your heart, your future, and your independence. Because the truth is simple, it's never too late to start healing. Even if you're 60, 70, or 80, your body is still listening. And when you give it what it needs, nourishment, movement, hydration, rest, it will thank you. One day at a time, one small habit, one big change. Let's recap the mix. 1 TBSP olive oil, 1 TSP lemon juice, 1 TSP raw honey, 1 crushed clove of garlic. The routine: take it every morning before breakfast. Stay consistent. Support with light movement, water, and restful sleep. Final reflection. Your heart has never taken a day off. Isn't it time you gave it something back? You don't need magic pills or scary surgeries. You need real food, real stories, and a real decision to begin, right where you are. Join the movement. Tell us in the comments. How old are you? Where are you watching from? Which ingredient will you try first? If this video helped or inspired you, please hit the like button. It helps this message reach more people who need it. Share this video with someone you love, a parent, a spouse, a friend, because heart health is a gift we can give together. And don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications for more natural, hopeful, and practical tips to thrive after 60. From our heart to yours, stay strong, stay curious, and stay kind to your body. See you in the next video.